Most developers can build features all day, but ask them to containerize their app, wire up a pipeline, or figure out why something is running slow, and they look at you like this. These are the skills everyone assumes you already have, whether you learn them in college or not. And the longer you go without them, the harder it gets to admit you never learned them in the first place. Oh, and quickly before we start, I post 3 videos weekly, so subscribe and hit that bell to become a codehead and get notified as soon as I drop. All right, let's go. First one is so simple, it's almost embarrassing. Environment variables and secrets. At some point, almost every developer has hard-coded an API key directly into their code and pushed it to GitHub. It just happens. There's even this whole GitHub gist page that shows you how to find these hard-coded secrets. In 2022, GitGuardian found over 10 million exposed secrets on public repos, and a lot of those were not careless people, they were just developers who never built the right habit. The habit is this. You put sensitive values in a .env file. You add that file to .gitignore before you do anything else. And for production, you use something like AWS Secrets Manager or HashiCorp Vault. That's it. It's not complicated. Once you have that sorted, the next thing worth getting comfortable with is Docker. The reason Docker exists is one specific frustration. It works on my machine. Different OS, different node version, something missing, nobody knows why. Docker packages your app with everything it needs to run, so that conversation never happens. A Dockerfile is just a recipe. You tell it what base image to start from, where to put your files, what to install, and what command to run. 5 instructions cover most of what you will ever need. From, workdir, copy, run, and cmd. Write one once from scratch without copying it from somewhere else, and it stops feeling like a mystery, trust me. Now you have a containerized app and you are still deploying it by hand. That is where CI/CD comes in. Every manual deployment is a chance to forget a step, skip a test, push something broken at 4:53 p.m. on a Friday. A pipeline removes that risk entirely. Every time you push code, it runs automatically. It checks your code, runs your tests, and if everything passes, it deploys. If something fails, it stops and tells you. GitHub Actions is probably the easiest place to start because it lives right where your code already is. You write a YAML file, define your steps, and you're done. Google's Dora research found that teams with solid CI/CD deploy over 200 times more often than teams without it and recover from failures dramatically faster. That is not a marginal difference. That is a different way of working. Next is web scraping, and this one comes up more than people expect. Sometimes there just isn't an API. The data you need just lives on a website, and that's the whole situation. The idea is straightforward. You send an HTTP request, you get back HTML, and you parse it to pull out whatever you need. Python's beautiful soup handles static pages well. If the page loads content with JavaScript, you're looking at something like Playwright or Puppeteer. It sounds simple, and mostly it is, until you run into the part that actually trips people up, which is getting blocked. Websites detect bots, throw CAPTCHAs at you, ban your IP after a few requests. Suddenly, the technical problem is not the scraping, it's the infrastructure around it. But there is a solution for that, and I'll mention it at the end of the video. Okay, last one, profiling. And this is where a lot of developers spend years guessing when they should be measuring. Something is slow. The instinct is to stare at the code, pick the part that looks suspicious, and start optimizing it. That guess is usually wrong. A profiler tells you exactly where your program is spending its time, down to the function level, so you're not wasting an afternoon on something that accounts for 2% of your runtime. Python has cprofile built in. Chrome has a performance tab. Node has a profiling flag. The thing worth internalizing here is that most slowdowns are concentrated. A small piece of the code is responsible for most of the problem. Find that piece with a profiler, fix it, and the whole thing changes. None of these are advanced skills. They're just the gap between someone who can write code and someone who can actually ship, maintain, and trust what they build. And like I mentioned earlier, one thing you'll quickly run into when building data-driven apps is web scraping, and it's a nightmare. CAPTCHAs, rotating proxies, broken HTML layouts. It pulls you away from what actually matters. Building. That's why I use SERP API, the sponsor of today's video. They handle all of that mess for you and return clean, structured JSON from Google, YouTube, Bing, and more with a single API call. Whether you're training an AI model with real-time web data, building a portfolio project that actually uses live results, or adding search features to your app, SERP API just works. 99.9% uptime, 1.2-second response times, and you get exactly what you'd see in a real search. I've been using it, and honestly, it removes a whole layer of infrastructure headache. You can get started with 250 free credits, no credit card needed. Just click my link in the description or scan the QR code on screen to get started. Thanks to SERP API for sponsoring this video.